harvesting bananas today. You can see I've got a nice ripe clump of bananas here. We're looking for color, yeah? And we're looking for the fullness of the fruit. You want it to be round. You can see how this is so kind of angular, and then it starts to get a little bit more round as you get towards the top. Look at that full, nice, round shape. And I like to get them before they start to turn yellow, because the second they do, the birds are on them, and they're faster than we are, and they get around a lot better, and their eyes are better. So you're never going to compete with them. Once it starts yellow, it's a competition, rats and birds. So as soon as I see that yellow, I'm going to come and harvest this. So let's take a look at how we harvest bananas. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a notch right here, and I like to do it about 4 to 5 feet up. So I'm going to, you can see right away, this guy's going to come down. Okay, get him near the ground, and then I'm going to cut this stem. Okay, so that's my rack of bananas. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put that over here. Now we're not done. We still have to process this whole trunk, right? In the tropics, we're growing bananas in order to be able to grow vegetables. I know that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does. The bananas, the fruit, that's actually just a bonus, because this plant produces so much biomass, and these trunks are so filled with water and nutrients and weight that we're using the whole thing to create soil, manage weeds, and maintain moisture retention. Okay, so what I do is I cut the head off. And then I usually cut the trunk here. Okay, and then I'll take these trunks. Should have gotten a bigger machete, but. And you notice if I split these guys like this, I've got this awesome thing to work with. See this? You can see you're standing, film down, pan down. You'll see this is what this is. This is all split trunks. And what we'll do is we just line them on the ground, and that's gonna slowly add all that water that's in this trunk. You can see it's dripping with water. The thing is filled with water. And that's gonna all go back in the ground, all the nutrients from this trunk as well. And the weight is gonna suppress weeds for me for about three to 6 months. Now I'm still not done. This trunk has got to come out. If I leave it like this, it's going to rot here and turn into a big mess, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve it out and then break it off, okay? And the way I do that is I simply get down as low as I can. And I'm going to cut down a 45-degree angle like this. Whenever you do this, you want to be really careful that you have your hand like this. If you do it like this, I've slid right down the machete before and cut my hand, okay? So you want to make sure you have one hand on the machete, another hand on the brace. I'm actually pushing with the back hand, okay? Come from the other side a little bit here, and then cut. Now I'm going to go around to the back side and do the same thing. Then it's just a matter of, okay, now check it out. Look how low I got that banana to the ground. Can you see that? And can you see how it's kind of concave? That's going to fill up with sap. I've also gotten to the heart of the banana, and that's going to prevent this one from growing up again, which is great because you can see this little baby here. That's going to get all the energy, and that's the one that's going to now come up. Okay, there's no way to get it this close without doing that. If I just start whacking it like that, I'm never going to get it that close. So I carve it out, break it off, and what's going to happen to this trunk? It's going to cut into sections, split up, and then I'm going to take those sections like this. Oh, by the way, whenever you're cutting trees, you can see this tree grew from this way, so it was like this. If I try to split it like this, I'm cutting against all the fibers because they're growing this way. So what you do is you turn it the same way it grows, and then I can easily, and this is going to go right here. And that's going to put moisture back into the ground, fertility, weed management, yeah? Still not done. All these leaves here are going to get cut up into pieces, laid on the ground, and I'm going to mulch the entire area with the remains of this banana plant, okay? So one banana rack, I got all this material to cover all this area, and that's what we're doing the whole garden over the whole farm, is using bananas to build soil and fertility.
So why not just cut down the bananas and let the tree grow continue?
It'll only produce one rack. Yeah, each, because really, these are actually like branches on a tree. The tree is actually the root. It's a rhizome plant. So these are just branches. This is going to produce one fruit and it's not going to produce again, okay? So as soon as it's done, boom, I harvest that branch and use it for building soil.
Is it like a circle, like kind of put the leaves like?
I like to put the thickest stuff near the bottom. Yep, because that's gonna if there's leaves between that, it's not gonna do it as efficiently, and then the leaves are gonna go on top. Because what's gonna happen is the worms love this stuff, and they're actually gonna come up and burrow into the trunk and start to create soil. And you can see that anywhere you lift up banana logs on the property.